Hi there, this is Jay from this channel, Jay Wanders Out, I guess. I thought I'd do some experiments that I heard one time in the Marine Corps a long time ago. Well, I guess it was like 14 years ago. But the first tour in Iraq I did, there were guys there that did a tour before, and they were saying, oh, if you get a sock wet and you put it over a water bottle and you just hang it out the window of the Humvee, the evaporation from the water will actually cool the water in the water bottle. And I never heard that before, and really nobody tried it. It seemed more like a hazing thing, like a trick or something, like, hey, go get the keys from the Humvee, whatever. And all you in the military before, that Humvees don't have keys, you just turn it on. And there's other things that they do anyway, but so we thought it was a hazing thing. Nobody tried it, and I never saw anybody do it. I didn't even see any Kuwaitis or Iraqis do it, so I never thought anything of it. And then years later, I heard one video of some guy that was in India saying it made it a lot cooler, and I thought, you know what? I should just figure it out and see if it works. So I started this experiment. This is the start of my little experiment to see if the wet sock over the bottle of water will actually cool it more than just regular room temperature. But I found that the two thermometers have a 0.1 degree difference, so I'll let it go with 0.2. This one is like, it's way different. So all the water has been sitting out here for a couple hours now, so the temperatures are pretty even. That one seems to be cooler. I'm not sure why. I was hoping to be the same temperature as all these. I'm wondering because the thermometer only goes this far and it's warmer up there. We'll see. I turned the heater off so there won't be any hot air blowing around. So it will get cooler over the next couple hours. Hopefully it doesn't get too much cooler. But right now they're showing 60.4, 60.2. 0.3, they're going around 60.3, and then we'll test with three different fabrics. This is merino wool. Of course, it's darn tough. This is a Thorlo, it's a synthetic material, and this is a buff. We'll try the buff. It might work better, I don't know, we'll see. And then we'll just watch the temperature as it dries off. I do have a fan here, so I will use it to accelerate the evaporation of the water. Otherwise I might wind up staying up till midnight or something. Here we go. First up is merino wool. So let's soak this guy. Oh, while that's going, I have no method to this. We'll first put a cap on it so we don't knock it over. Soak. Temperature of the water in the bowl is 59 degrees. Still soaking. Alright, here we go. Now, putting it on the water bottle is going to be chore, I think. Oh, there we go. I think my biggest fear was how I'm going to keep it standing so it won't fall over. Let's see. That's not so bad. Alright. Alright, it's off. 60.4. It's only been a few minutes, but so far, no change. In fact, yeah, no change. It warmed up a little bit, but that could have been because of me manhandling it. No change, though. So this sock is a merino wool, darn tough sock. I'm not sure what the percentage is, I forget, but it's the longer kind. It's thicker too, so I assume there's more merino wool. The middle one is the control. This will be room temperature. I just left it there to keep comparing and making sure I'm not I'm not sitting here with all the windows open and letting cold air in, and that's how I'm getting this result. So just letting you know I'm not cheating. And this one here is a Thorlo sock. It's a synthetic material. It's pretty comfortable to walk in, but I'm not sure what it's made of. It's all synthetic. And yes, the room temperature you see here, it is 60 degrees. I do keep it 60 degrees here. Usually I keep the heater at 58. Sometimes when I get cold I'll raise it up to 60, but I mean, come on, you'd be sleeping in 30-degree weather for a while, so it's good to get used to it at 60 degree. This one, I started up about 2 hours before I started this one up. Then I started the timer when I started this one up. And you'll see me move the thermometer from here to here every once in a while. And that's because I just want to record the room temperature in the middle bottle every once in a while. I did see it did look like the bottle in the middle, the temperature went up a little bit over a 4-hour period, which is confusing because I turned the heat off because I didn't want the heater blowing warm air. There's a register over that way, and I didn't want warm air coming this way, kind of altering the results. But the middle one went up. I don't know if it's maybe because the 2 bottles here, as they lost the heat, somehow got pulled in by the middle one. I am not sure. I don't know why it went up. There's a thermometer that I left right about here, but that temperature stayed the same the whole time. The humidity level did fluctuate a little bit, like 1 degree. So I'm not sure why the room temperature bottle rose in temperature, but if you look at these, it's interesting. Over a 2-hour period they dropped 10 degrees. This one got down to 11 degrees and this one was getting there, and it kind of stalled right there. So I think at least at 60 degrees it drops down to 49, and that's pretty much it. Here's my experiment. I have merino wool, and this is Thorlo, some kind of synthetic material, but they both got down to right around 50 degrees. They don't seem to be going down anymore. They're still damp. It's been like 4.5 hours for this one. 3. This one's still more damp than the other, but they seem to have stalled out around 50. It's still about 60 degrees here, so they lost 10 degrees. The water in the middle is the control, and you'll notice the thermometer adjusts pretty quickly and is showing 60 degrees, which is about when we started. So it seems like they got 10 degrees cooler and they kind of stalled out around there. So I mean, that's pretty little, but just wrap a sock around it, pour a little water on it, and then you get water that's 10 degrees colder than the rest of your water. So that's interesting. I just drank this, then I drank that. That is 60, this is 50, and you could totally tell that that is cooler. Totally noticeable. Something to think about. I wish I could have done this test when it's 90 degrees out, or when it's drier out, or more humid out. I'm curious how far lower than 90 it go. Like, will it go 79 or colder? But even 10 degrees is enough to notice a difference when you drink the water, so it might feel pretty good. If you have the shoulder holder for the water, that might be worth it. The side, most backpacks are solid, so there won't be any evaporation there. But the mesh might work. I don't know, I just thought I'd give it a try. I mean, I doubt I'll see anybody backpacking with a sock over their water bottle, but it would be pretty funny if I did see one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little experiment. I like to do silly things like this. I like to do more, but I don't know. Editing takes me so long because I'm so new at it. I keep putting it off. But if you like this, please subscribe and hit the like button somewhere over here or here. I'm pretty new. I don't know. and I'll talk to you later. Bye.